I'm telling
Let
you.
me know if you guys can hear me okay, because my name is Derrick Forston, and Shay and I, we teach people how to start their own independent living facility. That's right. We teach you how to walk off your job if that's something you want to do. Now, we're not going to cuss out everybody and turn over desk and act a fool, but we're going to pick a date. And we're going to tell God about it. You're going to get some good coaching from us. And we're going to show you guys how to take a single family property and take people from homeless to hopeful, if that's what you desire. And again, my name is Derrick Forston. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. So that's my personal independent living facility. But I'm also the co-founder with my wife and I of Forston Consultants. And that's where we show people just like you all, regular, everyday people, how you take, again, a single family residence, or duplex or quadplex or eightplex or a mobile home, and take people from homeless to hopeful. Tell people who you are, what you do in this model.
Listen, so I'm Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, consultant here at Forston Consultants. And I do the same exact thing, but I do it from the nonprofit model. Okay. I have a nonprofit organization by the name of the Angela Denise Foundation, and we take women that have been through domestic violence, human sex trafficking, the everyday working individuals. Some of our women have mental health diagnoses. And again, we house them and allow them to foster community and again, build bigger and better for themselves, their personal lives, and being able to kind of just step back into society. So that's who I am. That's what I do. I'm excited about it. Derrick, the Know Before You Go nonprofit course has been released to all of our ILF Mastery Blueprint members. Remember, we normally give you everything for free, but this is something that we are definitely requesting your donation towards, as it will help to fund some things that the Angela Denise Foundation is doing this year for our residents. So super excited about that. All of our IMB family received it via text message. On Monday, it goes live to the public at the really regular asking price. So get the information to Know Before You Go nonprofit, right? If that is something that you are intrigued about, something that is interesting, or you're interested in, you definitely want to join, get that course. That information, Derrick, is so good. My virtual assistant watched it. He also was like, Shay, I was able to take so much information and now implement it with my other clients that I work with as nonprofit founders to help them better navigate the space of nonprofits. So super excited about that course, excited to see what it does and how other people, take that information and run. But ultimately, Derrick, I am just a nonprofit founder that utilizes the ILF model, which is the independent living facility model that you so graciously consulted me on.
Oh,
and I just turned it, instead of doing it for profit, I did it through a nonprofit structure. So that's who I am. I'm excited to always be here. So Derrick, talk about it. What's
absolutely. So we're super excited. We're super excited. We're going to be in South Carolina, guys, on August the 2nd. So we're putting things together. The way to pay and sign up and all of that stuff, that's coming. I'm seeing a lot of that inside of the ILF Academy and other places that we've been posting it. So just kind of hold your horses for right now. But that event is going to be August the 2nd. And probably within the next 2 weeks or so, we'll have a website and ways to sign up and pay and all of that good stuff. And as you guys know, man, it's going to be absolutely great. We're kind of coming with a new theme, you all.
Right.
And this new theme hadn't even been really told to Katara yet. So we've kind of already talked about it. But this new theme and the way that we're doing now in terms of how we're going city to city, we're actually going to cities of where we've already launched people at that are doing really well at it.
Right.
So a lot of you guys have been around us for a long time. You guys remember even around COVID time, right before COVID hit, we were on I think it was like a 20-city tour. And we were going city to city, state to state. And then, bam, this thing called COVID came around. So we had to stop it. That's what kind of launched and bursted our online business through the roof. COVID came and changed a lot of stuff. And if you're in any kind of business, you can agree that when you were in business, no matter what you did, when COVID came, it changed the way you did business. So So if you love God, love people, and love real estate, South Carolina, you guys got next, and it's August 2nd. And Shay will continue to talk about
Correct,
the theme and what we're doing with that.
So the theme is really highlighting not so much us, although we are there to talk and speak on the independent living facility setup, how you can get started. But ultimately, it is to show individuals, it's great when you hear it from us, but it is to literally spotlight those that are successful independent living facility owners and operators in that specific city. What greater way than to see something in action than to constantly hear us talking about it. We show our stuff all the time. Like we're showing the nonprofit side of it. We're showing the for-profit side of it. But what happens when Katara now takes stage and she's having a conversation about her journey in the process? And then we tap in and talk about the process and how others can be just like Katara.
Absolutely.
So it's showing
proof of concept,
right.
POC.
So this whole thing is it's not our average Forston Consultants conference. We're actually going to be remodeling that some too, because we want to now start really establishing things that highlight our success, not our joint success as a family in the ILF model.
But I also, again, remember what Shay said. This ain't all about Derrick and Shay.
Correct.
Yes, we coming to teach and talk and do all of that. But the highlight is actually going to be Katara.
Yeah.
We want to show people that everybody that's showing up was just like Katara. With one day you had a thought to do this. And if you remember our last year's kind of title and theme for our conference was from idea to implementation. And Katara's living that dream now. Yeah. So again, if you want a different forum right now to where you can only kind of hear us, make sure you come over to YouTube. And that's at Forston Consultants. There's a lot of people joining TikTok, Instagram, and other places. If you can only hear me, if you only on the radio, you can only hear me, and you can come to Forston Consultants on YouTube. Shay spent a lot of time on this beautiful studio, and I want y'all to see it. So again, this TikTok is great, Instagram is great, Chatter is great, Clubhouse is great, but we would love to draw you guys to the YouTube channel. And that's one more time at Forston Consultants, Forston Consultants. And when you get here, let me know. Okay. Yeah. So again, South Carolina, you got next. As you saw in the chat, Katara said, let's not only show up, but let's show out. So, and a lot of you all that are following Katara that are in South Carolina, guys, POC, proof of concept. Or proof in the pudding. Katara is the pudding, y'all, and the proof is pouring all out of her bowl. So we want to show you guys that only Derrick and Shay are good at this. What about the people we taught this to?
Correct.
I always tell you guys, it's great to hear me and Shay. But boy, Shay, it is nothing like talking to somebody that we've poured into, and they now are just as good or better than us at it. Yeah. Back on you, Michelle.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And this is again, the topic of today's room is resign from your job in 90 days.
Okay.
Right? Katara spoke so clearly about, she may not have to resign from all of her jobs in 90 days, but we've got news.
All of them, Shay? What do you mean by all of them? She has more than one?
And I'm not going to spill all her beans because that's going to be a part of what she's going to share.
That's in your story, sis.
You know, by the time we get to this event, she may be completely unemployed on purpose. By the time we get to this event, because I know some of the conversations that we've been having and we've been hearing little murmurings, and that's close to the end of summer. So we'll get to hear that information. You all get to hear that information. Super excited about South Carolina. Man, I'm really excited to see those that are interested, because so many people have shown interest. So many people are constantly asking questions about where, when, how can they get their tickets. I know this is super last minute for us. We normally do things in 3-month spurts where we give people 3 months to kind of get it together and get ready to be in the building.
Sometimes it's shorter, so this is actually a lot of time. Sometimes y'all, I think of something, say, hey guys, can we do it in 2 weeks? But this one, we're going to give you guys time.
Right.
So absolutely.
Preferably the landing page and everything could be done by Tuesday, I'm hoping, so that we can get at least the ticket sales and everything. The way we're doing this is very different, very new, but I'm excited that it's not just about us, Derrick. A lot of times, you know, people get stuck in being the coach and always in front of everybody, and that's not it. We want people to see the success, because we get a lot of questions and a lot of people, that think this is not a lucrative option for housing, and they don't realize that this is a true model. It's a true housing model that is very successful. And we've seen so many people take a lot of people from homeless to hopeful and be successful in their community by supporting their community and also showing their community that there is a way to navigate the part of the homelessness crisis. So super excited about that. Katara will be talking today. Yeah. We've already kind of decided what we're going to do in regards to our travel. Yeah. And
we love the way that we've kind of rebranded it, just like literally like 20 minutes from the time we text you, Katara. We text you one thing and then bam, God gave Shay a download and the whole thing switched, which in my opinion is going to make it better.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the next cities to come. I'm Derrick, that's Shay. And to make a long story short, and I'll show pictures later, I was a social worker begging God to get into something just like what we're talking about today. In fact, I'll bring up some pictures now. But for 9 years, y'all, I was a social worker begging God to get into something where I can help change people's lives. But I'll admit it, y'all, I also wanted to get into something where I could make a bunch of money. Right. Like, I don't hide that. One thing about me, I am not trying to hide that I'm trying to make a bunch of money, but I also want to do God's will at the same time, and I want to help people.
Yep.
So if you're completely new to us, you don't understand that one of the things that we love to do is help people, do God's will, be respected by the community, but also make a bunch of money doing it. So one of the first questions I'm going to answer, and I talk about the rats and roaches things first. I'm going to start with this, actually. There's a family, richest family, asked me, well, Derrick, what kind of house can I do this in? Because when I first found you on TikTok, bro, I thought you was in a big 50-unit building doing this.
No.
And I'm not.
No.
Guys, this house right here is in Valdosta, Georgia. This was a 2-bed, 1-bath. Yeah. So this is what I mean when I tell you, I don't care how big it is. I'm coaching people right now that are getting mobile homes, manufactured homes, Shay, and they're 1-bed, 1-bath.
Exactly.
That's actually been my dream for a long time. Now, right here is where I talk about some of my bougier people. Or if your finances allow you, can you imagine getting a 7-bedroom house with 5 bathrooms in it? And Shay, you know our motto is 2 people per room.
Correct.
So now we're talking 14 people. But under my coaching, I'll admit, I wouldn't want you to put 14 people in that place.
Right.
For those rooms for me under my coaching, not that you have to, but I'm going to encourage them to do 4 rooms as just private. Mm-hmm. The other 3, now we do 2 people per room in there. So that's kind of how I would do it. But the reason why I also love this model, because it's so flexible. Mr. Darren, can you imagine doing God's will, helping people, being respected by your community while you doing it?
Right.
And the reason why I say that, again, in case if you new to us, I jokingly say this, y'all, but I was a nobody 8 years ago. Nobody knew me. Nobody cared about Derrick. Yes, God loved me. Shay loved me, and I got a family. But y'all all get what I'm talking about. Mr. Darren, nobody knew me, bro. I wasn't making an impact in my community.
Right,
but because of what this thing is now, and the longer you are around us, I'm explaining that forget about Derrick, not because I'm so special or Shay is so special. It's the love of God in us and what this housing model does for my city.
Right.
This housing is so powerful, y'all, that some of the people I do business with, they don't even know Derrick. They only know Second Chance Housing. And again, that's my program that takes people from homeless to hopeful.
Yeah.
Now, in my city where I live at, Shay, my city screams for the military veterans. They scream for help for the elderly and the seniors.
Right.
So when you hear us talk about this, there's all kinds of different models and populations. Here's a house in Warner Robins, Georgia. Shay bought this house over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Watch this, y'all. That is not an ILF.
Sure ain't.
I only show this house to give you an example that Shay and I are on the both sides of real estate. We also house a mom, dad, and 3 kids. But that's not our favorite model.
Right.
Shay, go ahead.
But even in this model, what people don't realize is that, like, see, people ask us all the time, can I do this in a different state? And
than
what I live in. Correct. So we tell you typically, no, not unless you have boots on the ground. But like for us,
what does boots on the ground mean for anybody that's new?
Okay, so boots on the ground, not boots on the ground, not where them fans at. I just thought about that. That's the boots on the, that's the song, right? But no, for us, boots on the ground is anyone that can literally replicate you. Be the face of your ILF, be the hands-on, the constant communication for case managers, social workers, other community partners that you're going to work with. In this instance, like prime example, this particular house, although we are housing a family, our boots on the ground, and people wouldn't believe this, is a realtor.
Yep.
Right?
And property management
company that has been so connected to us that she knows the model. And guess what? If we wanted to transition this home into an ILF model, we have the perfect,
which we kind of want to do.
Right? She's aware of how we run our businesses and knows how to run the ILF model now, just from being attached to us over the last 4 or 5 years since having this property, that she can actually run this ILF model for us and be successful. So I just wanted to share that, because a lot of people ask that question, and we don't say, we say, don't let that be your first house.
Right.
Don't let the house in 3 states or 4 states over be the first ILF that you operate, because
we want to be in your backyard.
So, because you need to know how to manage it. So that way you can replicate yourself and have somebody else now know how to manage an additional property that you're not in the area of or near to. So I just wanted to share that, Derrick. Go for it.
Absolutely. So again, I only showed this property to show you guys that Shay and I are on both sides of that fence, y'all. Mm-hmm. But I'll admit, God bless me if this lady lose her job or if her husband get laid off, right? That's just life. But what happens if I take this same model and put 6 people in it that I don't depend on getting up to go to work in the morning? That's why we love this ILF model, guys. One more time, this house is a house that Shay and I house a mom, dad, and kids. Absolutely. If mom loses her job, dad gets laid off, God bless me, because I ain't getting no money, because they got to feed their family, and they going to pay their light bill, and they going to pay that water bill, Shay.
And they'll forget about
As the landlord, I'm getting nothing. But in this same 3-bed, 2-bath home, I can take 6 military veterans from homeless to hopeful, and they all pay rent. So I'm not depending on one set of income to make this thing happen.
Right.
And right here, y'all, is what I always say. Guys, I got big ones. I have little ones. I have mini size ones, but this is my favorite. This is that 4-bed, 2-bath. And the reason why I say that, Shay, because it's just most manageable. And Shay, even before I go any further, can you tell the people what's the size of your latest one that you actually bought it, you fixed and flipped it back to yourself, and you house women? How many bedrooms it started with? How many you have now?
Right. So I started the property as it was a 4-3. We converted the formal dining room into a 5th bedroom.
Okay.
So now it is a 5-3.
Okay.
And that is a full 3, not
so
a 3.
More rooms, you can help more people, sounds like.
Correct. So I'm able to now I can possibly take 10 women from homeless to hopeful. That is not the current model. And I am full at this location. So right now, and that's with 7 women. So I have 2 shared rooms and the rest all private.
Okay.
Right. And in that I have different models. So like I have a private suite, which is a private room with an ensuite. And then I have the other 2 privates are private rooms, and they share a common bath. And then I have the the shared suite, which is my master bedroom. There's 2 there, and they have their own ensuite. And then, like I said, the other shared room shares the additional restroom.
Good stuff.
The shared room. So again, you've got, it's, if you think about it, 4 women to 1 bathroom, not a bad makeup. So that's how I look at it for when I house women, right? I've had an opportunity to have over 7 women in a house sharing 2 bathrooms, and they were younger women. So that was quite interesting to see, to say the least. But again, they make it work.
Gotcha.
Right? They make it work. But yeah, super good. The ladies are amazing. And it's just amazing to do, right? You get to see people thrive. You get to see people reacclimate in society. You get to see people grow and foster new types of relationships in this model. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch.
So I love it. So notice how I just snuck that in there, you all, because again, most of y'all are going to be just like Shay and I. Right? You're going to start out renting or leasing these places, because to me, guys, that's the biggest cheat code about this whole model, that I can lease or I can rent even that mobile home. Make sense, everybody? So as a social worker, me back in the day making $28,000 a year, I couldn't figure out like how to buy a house. Now today, through coaching and just time, I've learned creative financing. I learned about hard money. But most of you all are going to be able to rent and lease, and then you will grow
into the purchase,
into buying. Now, I also want to go back now and show you guys a little bit of what I start out with. So here is me as that social worker begging God to change my life, begging God to get into something like this. And again, if you're on TikTok, come to Forston Consultants on our YouTube channel. Here is me working 9 years begging God to change my life. Look at me. I'm the founder now of Second Chance Housing. I'm now the expert independent living facility. But before all of this stuff, before being an advisory board and being on multiple boards, the Kissimmee Fact Team, I see all of these things. Guys, I was just like y'all dreaming to get into this. But here go my story. This is what I saw. And I'm going to tell this story really fast today, right? Because normally I'll take 2 hours this story. Y'all, I saw people, as particularly this one lady who I was referring to as a social worker, guys, that she was making $41,000 housing people in rats and in roaches and in filth and in squalor. Now, I often tell people that when we get to this part, if this don't break your heart, you on the wrong YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Because how dare you make $41,000 a month and you house people in these conditions? And y'all, I'm not telling you something that this girl just told me. Yeah. She took her phone out and says, Derrick, let me show you what I make doing this. And y'all, she scrolled month for month. And there was never a month where she showed me that she made less than $41,000 a month.
Hold right there.
Now I'm going to pause because here's another question I often ask.
Let it breathe.
If y'all made $41,000 a month, would that change your life a little bit?
Crazy thing about it, Derrick, is this is what it had come to, right? In a lot of different areas, and it's currently still that way. There are a lot of people that are housing people in deplorable conditions. There are a lot of people that take pride in knowing that, hey, they think that they're doing something well until Katara shows up in their neighborhood. And Katara now becomes the best thing since sliced bread for these organizations. And they no longer deal with little miss, what you want to call it? Miss Red Bottoms, right? They don't. And what people don't realize is that you've got to stay consistent in what you're doing, and it has to look well the whole time.
Yeah.
Because if not, what's going to end up happening is you're going to lose all access to all of your clients, because they're going to see Katara come in, housing people in great conditions, caring for these individuals, loving these individuals past where they're at. And they're going to say, oh, wait a minute, Miss Red Bottom, we don't need you no more. We good on you. Like, no, we found a new thing. And when you're consistent in that and you're constantly, it's going to force you to grow. It's going to force you to have to get more houses. It's going to force you to just continue to do the good work, because again, other people are watching as you are doing what you do.
You bought this house that's on screen, right? What color was it before that beautiful blue and that iron or other color scheme you chose? I love that.
Thank you.
How was the roof before you got it? Caved in?
The whole seam at the top was like a can.
And when the wind
blew, it just did this or slid from
y'all,
side
you
to
can see
side.
through Shay's roof. In other words,
okay. So anybody that has been on a tour of this home, if you go to the left side of the house by the laundry room and look up, if you looked up, you saw the sun.
Yeah.
I
saw the sun that opened up my eyes. I saw the sun.
It was that.
Oh, y'all didn't know our song too? Oh man, these people don't even know.
Oh,
anyway, watch this, y'all.
Jesus.
What you see on screen now, this is what it should look like. Make sense, everybody?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what it should. And again, y'all, watch this. All of this stuff ain't, oh my God, brand new from Rooms to Go. Those mattresses, gently used.
Yeah.
Headboard, donated.
Mm-hmm.
The house, rented.
Mm-hmm.
Shay, can you tell folks what a private suite is and why is that the only bed in that room?
Yeah, because it's a private suite. It has an ensuite restroom.
Who would qualify for such a room?
Anybody that can afford it. Not
Talk
being
about
funny, but those that can afford it. Again, it's a lot of times it's the working individual that needs that privacy, wants that privacy a little bit. You know, they have more of an income to help them attain or obtain this particular housing model or this room type. So yeah, that's the private suite that has the ensuite restroom attached.
Good stuff. So like Shay just said, 3 models within this one. Did you talk about those?
Yes, we did.
Let's do it.
So we've got,
and just one more time, it can't look like this, y'all. Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Shay. Did you tell them about the 3 models?
We talked about it before. Do I need to talk about it again? Give
it to them one more time because somebody new and they're going to miss it. Go ahead.
Derrick always talks about 3. I like to say 4 because you always, so it's a better play on words when you're talking to case managers and social workers. You've got the shared accommodation, which is 2 per room. They share, all the other accommodations. Then you have the private accommodation, which is just a private room. You have the private suite, which is the private room with an ensuite. And then you have the shared suite, which is a shared room with a restroom. So it sounds more palatable, right? It sounds more palatable. And then again, it's like going to the hotel. When you go to a hotel, how do you check in? You get the deluxe, the junior suite, the regular standard,
ocean view, regular view,
partial view. Like you have all of those things. So why not give individuals that same kind of feel, right?
Okay.
Picture thing on thing. Yeah, give them that same feel. So that's why I did it. Because that's exactly what it is.
And right here, ladies and gentlemen, on screen is what we call a real world example of what we do. So we're live on YouTube at Forston Consultants. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. If you guys are enjoying the information so far, even us clowning around and having fun, but if you guys are enjoying the information so far, let us know in the chat. Just put enjoying this, right? Or if you've been praying. Now, this is my favorite one. If you've been praying for something like this, and you just kind of ran into us in the last week or 2, put in the chat, Derrick, I've been praying for this. Thank God. Don't thank me, but just thank God. Okay, so right here, y'all, this is a real world example of a 4-bed, 2-bath home. As you guys heard, this is my favorite model.
Right.
One more time for me in Orlando, Florida, my beds, shared beds, start from $740. Here's some great coaching. Never lock yourself into one price. Use the phrase "we start at" in case if you want to change your price or give yourself a raise. Make sense, Shay?
Makes sense.
Use the phrase "we start at" because like Shay said, what if your back room is bigger with more windows? Maybe you charge more for that room. Maybe that room has a shower and a soaker tub. Right. Maybe it's got a view of the lake that sits adjacent from your house.
Right.
Guys, all of that matters in the ILF, just like Shay told you with the hotel. That ocean view of the hotel at the Hilton gonna be more than the view of where you're staring at the other block wall. Make sense, everybody?
Come on, room 901.
Come on, room 901.
Come on, room 901.
That view of the pool gonna be a little bit more than that one, but the ocean view gonna outrule them all. Make sense, everybody?
Exactly.
So 4-bed, 2-bath, I take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. Right on this slide again, look at my bills. But as I call, that tithe, y'all, is really not a bill. Now, some people get offended by that word bill because, again, it's not a bill like, but a seed I sow.
Sir.
So we believe in tithe and offering. And the only reason why I didn't put offering on there, because offering, Shay, is free will. They can give it or they don't. But the tithe is what we call mandatory. Yeah. Because we believe that shows a respect and a reverence for God that says, God, you own all this stuff.
Exactly. I just
100% of yours. And I just what?
Steward it.
What's that S word again?
Stewardship.
One more time.
Steward it. And that's not your friend.
So for some of y'all prayers today, God, can you help me with stewardship and help me manage and do better with what you've already given me? Because he that trusts me with a little will one day give me a lot.
Let's go.
I think that's scripture, and I might have worded it a little bit different, and my Bible scholars going to stray me in the chat. But I also know that God says in the word, in his book, that if I put all my ideas and my plans and my strength towards his will, his kingdom, he'll allow all of these things, cars, houses, things, clothing, your needs, food, water, shelter. He'll make all of those things come true to you. So that's why I believe that this business ministry that we're in, Shay, is a no-brainer. Yeah. Because you can love God, love people, and involve real estate, but it also involves the love of God. Yeah. If y'all are anything like me and what I used to make, 28 grand a year, and I'll just state it like this. If you're making under 45 grand a year, most of y'all can get 2 of these houses and walk off your job in the next 90 days. Yep. And that right now today sounds like almost unbelievable for some of you all.
We've seen it.
But we've seen it, right? And just to braze by this real quickly for my new people, the way that we get paid from these so-called folks that are homeless, they get SSI and SSDI, right? I say that because meaning that some people think, well, if they homeless, how they pay you? Well, guys, they get a monthly income, Social Security income, SSI, SSDI. And I'll admit my favorite way to be paid is those community funded programs. Shay, what is a community funded program?
So community funded programs, I like those too, allows us to do good even when the person has no money. Okay. They have no income. It's a fund that a nonprofit or a healthcare organization may have access to that allows them to cover the rent for a resident or one of their clients for up to 6 months. When they do that, they're actively doing something else, whether that's helping them find a job or they're helping them get their SSI, get approved for SSI, SSDI.
Tell the people what is a gap filler for us? What is a gap filler?
We are God's appointed people, right? We were kind of just talking about that a little while ago. God partners with man in the earth to do his will, right? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, thy kingdom come on, thy will be done, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. In order for that to happen, God needs the obedience of those that stand in the gap to make up the hedge to enforce his kingdom mandate in the earth. So that is a gap filler. And choose to say yes to God. So if you are a gap filler, you are appointed for such a time as this to be that person to enforce God's will in the earth by being obedient to him.
Thank y'all so much again for being here. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be, and we appreciate that. Also, Shay and I did not kind of promote our shirts today. We're not selling them, but we did something without realizing it. You all know that I have a saying that says, move at the speed of instruction. Look at it. And then Shay has what today?
Walk by faith.
So we didn't really realize, but we were wearing some pretty inspirational shirts today. So if you want to support that or support us, Shay'll tell you how. She's got a whole store. But you guys know that I believe in becoming a walking billboard. So always wear what you do. Meaning most of my second chance housing shirt, I even give them to my tenants. And here's another genius idea. I go to Walmart and buy shirts for like $4 or this other t-shirt store that Shay and I frequent for $3 a piece. Yep. And we'll screen print them and we'll put our QR code, phone number, website. And it may say something like this. Do you need a clean place to live or a safe place to live? Call my landlord. That QR code leads to my program and my assistant that answers that phone that can do an assessment to move these guys in. Don't wait to be great. And again, if you just joined us, right, we're just simply discussing independent living facilities where you don't need a license, you don't have to buy the property, and there's no state oversight.
That's right.
And this ugly house that you're looking at on this screen now,
hey, it ain't
that's
ugly
the
no
house
more.
that Shay bought, fixed, and flipped it back to herself.
Don't be
So
talking
that
about my
used
house.
to be a 4.3 and is now a beautiful, now 5.3. That's one of the ILFs that I first got when I first started, y'all. This is the one that I told God, I said, God, if you let me get this house, I'll go all over the world teaching this and I'll never take any credit. In fact, watch me do it now, guys. God is good, and without God, this is impossible. But with God, you all can do all things, including start your own business and walk off your job this year if that's what you desire to do. And again, as long as the inside looks something like this, we don't get too caught up on the outside, y'all. I don't care if it's a mobile home, manufactured home. It can be a 1 bed, 1 bath, 2 bed, 1 bath, 4 bed, 2 bath, or an 8 bed, 6 bath. Don't matter to us. Most importantly, we want to take people from homeless to hopeful. So again, thank y'all for being here. Has God called you to house people and you thought it had to be a group home to get a license? Let me lead you to my big brother Derrick and his beautiful wife Shay as they teach the independent living facility model. Click here and watch his webinar. And then when you have your strategy call, tell them that I sent you.
And we'll see it anyway.
See how smart that is?
We can see how many people click their links. We can see
now
how
that's
many
if you
people
do the
visit all that
affiliate.
stuff.
We'll see it. But if you lazy and you don't, you just say, hey girl, when you go, tell Derrick that I sent you, girl, because I want my $2,000.
Yeah.
Can 10 of y'all right, Derrick, that made sense, bro. I didn't know you offered that. And guys, I'll admit that is stupid, crazy, dumb that I'm gonna pay y'all 40% of what should come to me. But that just show you how much I care about y'all and how I want y'all. Because some of y'all, I want to hear a praise report that somebody referred 3 or 4 people to me, and that's how you got your first house. 2, 4, 6, 8. You can make $8,000 by sending me 4 people. Lord have mercy. Most of us don't make that in a month on our job. Most of us don't make that in 4 months on our job.
Right.
Can 10 of y'all right there, man, that's the cheat code, bro. I can't believe you doing this. 40%, guys, because I want you to get the word out to more people because I want to help a bunch of more people. I want to make a bunch of money. I ain't hiding that. And I want you to make a bunch of money. $2,000 for everyone you send. Lord have mercy. And watch this. If you lazy and you don't want to, can you tell somebody that loves to be an affiliate of stuff to make money?
Right. Exactly.
Tell somebody else if you ain't gonna do it, because why be a crab in a bucket and don't tell somebody else? So today, as we end this room, I just gave y'all a VA business and a referral business for the ILF model. Some of y'all should be making $4,000 a month now. And that's what I'm gonna put on y'all as homework. Who would take the challenge? And I'm being serious now. Who would take the challenge today? I want to make $4,000 a month, bro, from your company just by referring people. Who will commit to making 2 referrals a month? And that means follow up. You know what, Shay? I'm going to do a whole class on this. I'm going to teach y'all follow up. I'm going to teach you guys, they got the DFS system, how to send automated messages. Hey, remember, girl, you said you want to start your own ILF.
Right.
Did you watch Derrick's webinar yet?
Exactly.
Hey, girl, just checking in again. Did you get a chance to talk to Derrick? Could you get a free call, remember?
Everybody can put that on their website.
Guys, that's $2,000 for everyone you see.
Do you want to get started? You can
especially the one that's already doing it. Hey, girl, you want to do what I do? My coach offering a free call. Just watch his webinar. Lord have mercy. I've never explained it like this. This is genius to me.
So we'll do a course on that because it's getting late. It's 12 o'clock.
$4,000 a month just by sending me 2 people a month. Watch this, y'all. There are 2 things in life that I brag on. Seriously. One is that I'm the best ILF coach you've ever seen over running 2. That's because, again, God said it that way. I got nothing to do with it. The second thing, nobody on here, including you, Ronald, including you, Darren, including you, Mr. Barnett Sr., none of y'all can out barbecue me. Boy, mean on that grill, Shay, and don't act like it. Where my mama at? My mama tell the truth. I'm mean on that grill, y'all. Two things in life that I'm kind of not.
Brother, please.
I'm not modest at. I don't. Well, coaching, ILF, and barbecuing a slab of ribs. I'm the best to do it, y'all.
I can't, y'all. It's time to go right now.
Derrick gonna tell me he better than me though.
But when Derrick gets to this point, it's time to go. For real, it is time to go.
Hey,
y'all, it is
Ronald said, "Stop it."
see, Ronald said, "Taste."
Don't make me send you my video. Don't make me go live from the grill next Saturday. Now, Darren
said, "We South Carolina conference. We grilling."
Ooh, and bring your own grill. Bring your own grill.
Y'all, it is always a pleasure to be here with y'all on Saturdays. Thank y'all for entrusting us. Please do not. He does not need any help. Okay, our goal is to give you an hour and a half every Saturday. We are trying to scale back for time reasons and to save your voice.
We did good the last one.
You failed today.
Exactly.
You epically failed today.
I did.
So anyway, guys.
But I wanted people to understand what was going on. I think y'all got it. So we go.
Y'all be great. It's always an honor and a privilege. And with that being said, have a blessed weekend, and we'll see you same place, same time here on Monday. We'll have all info. We're going to be working on that information. We should have the ticket sales page up by Tuesday. Fingers crossed. So that you can get your tickets.
I'm reading the chat. Y'all are crazy.
For the conference, for our meeting in South Carolina. So we'll see you there. And again, be blessed. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above and far beyond what we could ever think, ask, or imagine, according to God's power that worketh on the inside of us. Y'all be great. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you here on Monday.